Hello and welcome back to another coin video, and today we're talking about, is design an important feature when determining the value of a coin? So yes and no. It depends on a lot of things. So it depends on the country. Some countries are more popular than others. Like the United States is more popular than Costa Rica, Brazil. It's more popular than Greece. So United States coins, especially the early ones, are quite ugly. So talking about before the 1880s, they're actually quite ugly. I really don't like them too much. And, one of, do I have any here? Okay, so one of the coins that is most popular in the United States is this wheat dollar. And the memorial cent, no, not really, the more high mintage. This coin, I would say, is an ugly design. It's really plain and it's quite boring. But because the coin market in the United States is quite well developed, it is quite popular. Then you got other coins that, are very well designed, but are not that popular. So here we have some Tongan coins. So these ones you can pick up for less than $5. There's quite a few million minted, although the population of Tonga, I think, is about between 1 or 200,000, so probably at least 1 or 2 million minted. But these are not very popular at all, even though the design is quite well. So that's A to Sanity. So this is a coin series that is quite well designed, very attractive, but it doesn't command a price because people are just not interested. And okay, here's the one. So as you can see, all these coins are actually quite well designed. And here's a 74 Sanity with a land tortoise. And yeah, there's quite a few. There's one from Samoa. Samoa is also another country that has nice design coins, but they are also not popular. But then you get some that the mintage comes into play. So this is a Cyprus coin. I reckon it's quite a nice design. And yeah, this design is also nice. The factor that I have with the lettering around it is that it has to fill up pretty much most of the area. If you leave gaps, so where? Okay, I've got a coin which, so if you leave gaps, so here's a Colombian 1971, so I've got a big gap there, big gap there. The coin's not that bad. The gaps actually take away, and also the gap up the top. That really subtracts from the nice design coin. If this these plants went all the way up to the top, would probably be a lot better coin and probably get a bit more demand. Cypriot coins have a low mintage, so this one I think has about 100,000 minted. So in this condition, you're probably talking about $70 to $80, and that's when mintage comes into play. If this had a design that was not as good, it will probably command a less valuable price. And here we see with some German coins. So these are commemorative 5 Deutschmarks from Germany. Every year they change the design of the eagle and they commemorate a different thing. So you'll see that these coins, the mintages go up to 8 million. So in the 70s it was less, probably 4 to 5 million. And the design does affect the value of the coin. So this one's not really that much, even though it's a proof coin. Then we have this 1980. That's really a terrible design and not that popular. Cool. So the Cologne Dome. Then we have 81. Yeah, this is alright. Yeah, nah, that design's not that good. because you have quite a lot of plainness here. So they should have done something with that to make the design a lot better. And then we have 982. This is eagle. And also, and this design's not that good. And also you have the actual metal. So there's a copper nickel. I think before 1979 they were silver. So here's we get a better eagle. So this is a 1981. I quite like that eagle. It's quite nice. This side's okay. It's good. The field is pretty much filled in. I'm not worried about these plain areas because you have the large head. It actually is a good design. Then we have 83. This is a good eagle as well. Quite well filled in. And this side is also good. Quite well filled in, even though it looks a bit much. It actually is not quite nice. It just looks like his hair. But the other coin, this one we just have too much space. And it just looks like, a outline of a building, an outline of an eagle. So this one has too much space. This pretty much is filled in, so it actually looks quite nice. Then we have 84. This is quite a nice eagle as well. This side is also quite nice too. And yeah, this eagle's okay. So this is the last year of the series, 86. And that side is okay. But I reckon that's got too much lettering on it. And then we get better coins. So these are the most popular of the series. They are also silver, but they're very well designed. So 76, look at the eagle, looks quite nice. Even though it's toned, you probably get at least $20 to $30 for it. The less popular ones, probably at least 10. So that one looks pretty evil, it's quite nice, I quite like that. Then we have a copper nickel, so that's about $20. 82, Wolfgang Goethe. Okay, another 84, quite a nice eagle. That looks nice too. Although, they could have done something with the spacing. Probably made the musical, notation a lot larger. Then here we have an 83. And Karl Marx. See, this is a problem. There's too much spacing in between the actual lettering. They should have done something with that. Maybe put some patterns in it. So it does take away from this one. It looks a bit plain. So that wouldn't affect the actual price. Then we've got some other coins. So silver 1960 20 drachma. So this is a nice design. Can't remember who that is. I need to look it up again. Anyway, this one's a very popular coin because it has Greek mythology. Then we have two coins from Czechoslovakia. So this one has too much spacing. So that makes this coin not as popular as some other Czechoslovak coins. So this one is from 1938. And it's uncirculated. You can buy this for like $5 to $10. But that side is actually quite nice. Even though it has a little bit of space, that really doesn't take away. But this coin here is the 25 Hareru. This is actually quite a nice design. Also, it depends on your taste as well. But as you can see, the spacing is filled. You do have space between the border and the actual design, but that's taken into account. Looks nice. And here we have the coat of arms, 1933. So it looks quite nice. Not much spacing to actually make it look boring. But another boring coin is this Newfoundland. So these ones don't really get much of a price. So this one you're probably talking about $5 to $10. Quite a few million of them minted. That's where the mintage takes away from the a higher price that you could get. This coin, 300,000, you'll probably be paying $15 to $20 for these. They're not really that popular because look at the design. It's pretty much plain and boring. Then you flip it over and you just got the effigy of King George V. So that's where Newfoundland coins are actually quite easy to get because they're just boring. There's really nothing there to actually grab your attention. And then you got Greek coins. This one's okay. They probably should have put the crown at the top. and probably made the lettering roll around. It's not too bad, but the eagle actually makes this coin, and also the amphorae. And lepta, yeah, they should have done that. And then you got the later coins, which, so here's the 1 drachma. This is boring, too much space. So these coins are really cheap. This Athena is quite a nice design, but it has too much plainness around the actual area. So it's quite nice, but yeah, these are not that expensive. Here's an early Greek coin, 5 lepta. This is a well-filled design, so it actually filled in the gap there, which makes it good. If you turn it over, I don't mind this fill being plain because you got the effigy and the lettering. As you can see, there's not much space in the lettering, which makes it for a good coin. Here's the 2 drachma again, plain kind of boring coin. Okay, here's a 50 drachma, and this is a commemorative one. This probably should have been rounded like this lettering here, going around the edge. And on the other side, we have the person, and that's quite nice as well. Don't mind the spacing, but you know, the lettering goes around. So these coins are in demand. You're probably paying $5 to $10 for one of those. These ones are not. Uncirculated, yeah, you're probably paying a bit more, but you know, just normal circulated coins, really not that expensive. Here's a 5 drachma. You're paying $5 to $10 for one of these. 1930. This side is actually quite good with the phoenix rising. This is a really good design. But this design, I don't know why they left that gap there. If they just put something there, then that would have been a better coin. And here we have so this is the Byzantine double-headed eagle on the commemorative Greek 30 drachma. Quite a nice design because it's pretty much all filled. Then you have 1964, so the date. So that's quite a nice coin design. And on this side, the lettering all the way goes around. So you're paying $40 to $50 for one of those. Sometimes you can get them for $30, but they're usually lower grade. So that is my presentation. Design does affect the value. So if you have a good design like this, but a high mintage, it will be a cheap coin. But if you have 2 designs, okay, so you've got 2 designs. Okay, let's pick. Okay, so take the German one again. So if you've got 2 designs, one is good and one is not so good. Okay, not that one. Okay, then you got one is good, one is not so good, and the mintages are the same. You'll find that the design that is very good is more in demand, so you'll be paying a higher value. But the design is not very good. People just don't want because it just looks ugly, and it would have a lower value. So you should be able to pick that coin up relatively cheaper than the coin with a good design. So it's the coins with the same mintage. If you have a coin that has a very high mintage, so like, you know, these Mercury diamonds in the United States, very well designed coin, but you're talking about hundreds of millions of coins minted, so these are pretty much only face value and very readily available. But when you have coins that are a low mintage, so this one I think has about 1.4 or 3, something like that. And this one's a low, I think this one's 1.4. So when you have a coin that's a low mintage, but the design is terrible, this design I reckon is terrible. It's just got too much going. So they should have made Eddie Marbo's head on one of the sides with probably part of his body as well. And probably less writing. So 1967 referendum, 50 years. They didn't really need the date. So they probably could have made 2 coins out of this. And this, you know, what 3 times, it looks terrible. So this one's not a popular coin. Probably never will be. So, and then you got this one. This one's quite nice, but it has a high mintage, I believe. I can't remember the mintages. There, that's why you got Noomstar. And this one is also not that popular. So, you know, sometimes a coin for lower mintage is really not very popular coin. And that's why when you're coin collecting, design does play a factor in its popularity as well. That's just one of the factors, as I said. It's not the only factor. There are many other factors that do play, like mintage, the condition, the hype, so whether it's actually got, you know, people getting excited in the coin community. Anyway, this is where I'll leave the video. Thank you very much for watching. Let me know what you think about coin designs, and have an awesome coin and banknote collecting time. Thank you and goodbye.